Hi, my name is Kay. I'm a poet and a writer, and on this channel I do reactions to K-pop videos. Specifically, I like to do lyric reactions and breakdowns. I don't know how I haven't done Mikrokosmos at this point. I know it has a different name in Korean, but that is the name in English at least. And it's one of the first songs that really captivated me, where I was thinking about it a lot. It was really inspiring me to write a lot last summer and kind of was helping to pull me out of quite the funk that I was in. Like, literally BTS has been my serotonin supply for quite a while now. I was not doing well last summer before I really started to get into them. And when people talk about how like BTS really changes their lives, like it did happen for me. Like, I do understand it. It could have probably been anything at the time that I just like hyper fixated on, but it happened to be them, and it happened to be that they have such a positive message and such like beautiful music that it really helped me to like stabilize and come back again and feel a lot stronger than I may have without them. So I'm very appreciative, but this was definitely one of the songs that like early on I was like, wait a second, this is a group who I'm really going to get into, really going to appreciate and love. And so it is a surprise that I haven't covered the lyrics yet, but I'm going to do that today. Mikrokosmos. I found a version that has the lyrics attached, and hopefully this will be a really good one. But yeah, let's just go ahead and enjoy together. I didn't want to do the performance that they did for Jimmy Fallon because I was sure that was going to get a copyright strike. But this one, hopefully, I will be able to post without a problem. So let's go ahead and just jump on in. Twinkling starlight, building with blinking light. We are shining brightly in our own rooms. I think because I came upon this while the pandemic was still in its strength, people still cared, I guess, really. People were really, and I know that they wrote this long before because they were touring with this song long before the pandemic actually hit. Each of us shining brightly in our own rooms, all coming together and connecting together in our own rooms, our own light, whether that be the computer screen or just the energy you're putting out into the world, that we're all bringing that, a piece of ourselves out into the world, even though we're all in our own little rooms. And in their sense, people still watching them, still engaging, even though not everyone can come to like a concert or something, not everyone can afford to, and not everyone can safely do that. Light of ambition, rebellion, like there are different kinds of lights, but all people's lights are all precious. And I like that they're building this sense of unity among all of us, that we're all part of this, like this starry night, this ecosystem, this brightness, this light that's lighting up each other's lights. So we're all a piece of that, even though we're all coming from very different backgrounds. We're all shining very different lights, but we are all still part of this beautiful night sky. Okay, and that also is really part of the theme. The deeper the night, the brighter the starlight. Like the darker the world is, the darker we feel, the more the light can guide us through, the brighter the light can be, or the brighter the light can seem. And I really like this part, and I think I've seen it translated a slightly different way. The light we saw in each other the lights beside each other were saying the same thing. I think it was more translated another way, that our two lights are speaking the same language. And I think that's something RM has said quite a bit, that like we may not speak the same language, but in a way we're speaking the same language, and that's through music. And that's through just understanding the emotions coming through, that, you know, their energy is meeting our energy and vice versa, that like in a way we are speaking the same language. Even though maybe we can't understand each other word for word, we're getting our points across, and that's what's most important. And I love that message, and I'm sure that that's what this is intended to be. I'm not sure that this is a very accurate translation or not. And again, rappers are coming in. Always the rap lines are the best parts in all the songs. Lyrically, rap parts, phenomenal every time. One history in one person. One star in one person. Every person is a star, and every person has their own entire backstory, their own entire history, their entire persona. But 7 billion lives on the planet. So each of us is one star, and there are 7 billion of us. And each one then being as important as the next is basically what he's saying there. One city's night view is the same as another city's, but we're all seeing the same thing. We're all seeing the same lights, even though they're not coming from the same person. Our dreams let us shine, and then you, specifically you listening, shine brighter than anyone else. And part of that's going to be your proximity to yourself. That simply you are the light in your own, you're the primary light in your own life. And you should be. That's part of the love yourself, speak yourself. Like, you should be the primary light in your own life. That your light should be more valuable to you and should be the thing lighting your way. But if the lights around you are helping, that's fine too. Okay, do you not just like feel so held with these lyrics? Perhaps the reason this night looks so beautiful isn't because of the stars or the lights. It's not because of like external forces. It's just us. The night looks beautiful because of you and me. I mean, if I were getting married again, this would be the song I'd be dancing to, let's be perfectly honest. You got me, and I dream while I'm looking at you. I think of it this way, like sometimes you have an obsession, or you're in a friendship, or you're in a relationship, like romantically, where you don't even want to go to sleep at night because the life you're living is so much more exciting than going to sleep. And sometimes life isn't like that, and sometimes you really want to go to sleep because if you happen to dream that night, that dream is going to be more exciting than your life. And so if you're in that situation where life is more exciting than the idea of dreaming or the idea of going to sleep at night, like that's a really special place to be, and that's something that you should really treasure. Either my light will be there for you, or your light will be there for me, or all our lights will guide us together, and it'll always look beautiful because everyone is shining together, even if it doesn't feel that way, even if the night's dark. Like the light is still going to be even brighter from the stars. Oh, I just think it's so beautiful. I think this is like the kind of concept that like, it's almost so simple to think about it that way. Who doesn't like stare up at the night sky and just think like, wow, unless you've got no night sky. Then like, I've lived a few places where there's so many stars at night. It's stunning, it's incredible. And if you stop and pay attention to that, like you can feel so many different complex emotions just from the like vastness of the stars. Like, not necessarily that you even feel small. I know people always say like you look at all the stars and you feel really small. Sometimes you can feel really, really big too. Yeah, I don't know, like somehow they encapsulated that, that feeling of like looking up at the stars in this song, and I love it. Oh, they were in Japan. I don't know, like, are you capable of listening to that song and not coming out of it feeling better than you went in? Like, that is such, it's such a, like, uplifting, it feels like a hug. It feels like a hug in a song to me. And the lyrics are beautiful, and it just, like, brings to mind so much, like, hope. Definitely, definitely, definitely one of my favorite songs. Definitely one of my favorite BTS songs, but one of my favorite songs. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm always so impressed. It just makes me so happy. What are your thoughts? Do you love my Mikrokosmos? Are there other songs that you think are even more the embodiment of like that feeling of like comfort and warmth and love? Let me know. Would you play this song at your wedding? Because for me, it's a hard yes. I did not know who BTS, actually the song probably wasn't around. The song had probably not been written by someone who was married. But had it been, and were it now, I would definitely play that song at my wedding. I just think it's so lovely. It's so heartwarming. Anyway, I post videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. If you like this kind of content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will talk to you again very soon. Bye!